Hi guys! So today we're going to be looking at Chapter 7, Section 3, Multiplying and Dividing Rational Expressions, Part 2. So to review this section, I'm going to start off first by reviewing how to divide a fraction. So when you're dividing a fraction, two things need to happen. Number one, you always need to change your division sign into multiplication. Second step is that whatever your right fraction is, it's always going to be flipped. So instead of having 3 over 8, I'm going to write it as 8 over 3. From here, I have 5 over 10 multiplying with 8 over 3. So 5 times 8 and 10 times 3. 5 times 8 equals to 40. 3 times 10, that equals to 30. And you just simplify it by 10. And you're left with your answer, 4 over 3. Cool. Okay, once you do that, then we can start looking at other expressions, rational expressions, where we are dividing. So if I were to divide 7 over x over 2x minus 10, dividing with x squared minus 6x over x squared minus 11x plus 3. First thing that I want to do is make sure that anything I could factor out, for example, a 2x minus 10, the x squared minus 6x, and my x squared minus 11x plus 30, I can factor those out first. So for 2x minus 10, I could divide both of them by 2. If I do that, I'm left with 2 on the outside, and on the inside is x minus 5. So this turns into 7x, stays the same, and we have here 2x minus 5. And then on the other side, again, it has to be flipped, so I'm going to change my division symbol into multiplication, and x to the power 2 minus 6x. I could factor out an x from both of them. That leaves me with x times x minus 6, and that goes on the bottom now, because again, gotta flip it around. So x times x minus 6 is on the bottom, and factors of x squared minus 11x plus 30, that would be x times x, and this could be, I think, negative 5 and negative 6. If I cross multiply that, that gives me negative 6x, negative 5x, and that leaves me with negative 11x. So I get the factors x minus 5 and x minus 6. And from here, I'm just going to multiply across. So 7x multiplying with the x minus 5, multiplying with x minus 6. On the bottom, we still have 2x minus 5 and x minus 6. All I'm going to do from here is just cancel out the same factors. And so I'm going to be left with, let's see, I think I'm missing one too. I am. I'm missing that x value from the x minus 6. So I need to add that x there as well. So cancel it out, the x and the other x. So I should be just left with 7 over 2. Okay. And then after I do that, again, it's really important that you identify your restrictions. So my restrictions this time are going to come from the denominator from our original function, and also the denominator of our flipped function as well. So I need the 2x minus 10 to not equal to 0. I also need my x squared minus 11x plus 30 to not equal to 0. And I also need my x to the power 2 minus 6x to not equal to 0 as well. So I need, again, the first denominators and my second denominator when my fraction was flipped. Okay, so those are the restrictions that I need to make here. So right here, 10 to both sides, that gives me 2x not equaling to 10, divide 2. So x cannot equal to 5. Also, for the other one, x squared minus 11x plus 30, we factored it out as x minus 5 and x minus 6, not equaling to 0. So x cannot equal to 5 and x cannot equal to 6. The other one that we have is x times x minus 6. So x cannot equal to 0 and x cannot equal to x minus 6, which would be x cannot equal to 6. Okay, so from here, 7 over 2, I have x cannot equal to 5 as a restriction. I also have x cannot equal to 6. And I have x cannot equal to 0. Done. Okay, so that would be my final answer in the end. Let's try out one more problem. Right here we're asked to divide the rational expression x or 6x to the power 2 minus x minus 15 or plus x minus 15 over 4x squared, and it's dividing with 3x to the power 2 plus 5x. So just a reminder, whenever you have a whole number, you can always write a 1 underneath it to make it a fraction. So from here, I'm just going to flip it and change my division sign into multiplication. So I get 1 over 3x squared plus 5x. The left side is still going to be exactly the same. 2x squared plus x minus 15. It's all dividing by 4x squared. Okay, so from there, again, just factoring things out. 4x squared plus x minus 15. Factor it out, we get 2x times 3x, I think. This could be negative 3 times 5. If I cross multiply, I get 10x. This becomes negative 9x, and that gives me positive x. So I know that my factors on top should be 2x minus 3 times 3x plus 5. On the bottom, we still have our 4x squared. And on top is 1, and we have 3x squared plus 5x. I could divide x by both of them, from both of them. You get x times 3x plus 5. X times 3x plus 5. Cool. So combine them together, we have 2x minus 3, 3x plus 5, and that's dividing with 4x squared times x times 3x plus 5. So from here, I can cancel out the factor of 3x squared plus 3x plus 5 and 3x plus 5. I don't see anything else I could factor out, so I would be left with 2x minus 3 over 4x to the power 2 times x to the power of 1 just gives me 4x to the power 3. So from here, I have my simplified answer. And again, I just need to get my denominator from the first half. 1 is just a whole number, so I don't really need to do any restrictions. And from the 3x squared plus 5x. So 4x to the power 2 cannot equal to 0. Same goes for 3x to the power 2 plus 5x. That also cannot equal to 0. So from here, divide 4 to both sides. You get x to the power 2 cannot equal to 0. So square root. And whenever you square root 0, you're just going to get 0. So x cannot equal to 0. And on this side, x times 3x plus 5 cannot equal to 0. Separate it as x cannot equal to 0. 3x plus 5 cannot equal to 0. Then subtract 5. That leaves me with 3x not equaling to negative 5. Divide 3. So x cannot equal to negative 5 over 3. Okay, so based off of our last simplified expression, we know here that x cannot equal to 0. So that's an overlap with our x to the cannot equal to 0 here and here. So I don't have to worry about x cannot equal to 0. The only one I really have to worry about is that x cannot equal to negative 5 over 3. So when I write my answer, I get 2x minus 3 over 4x to the power 3 with the restriction that x cannot equal to 5 over 3, negative 5 over 3. And that would be it. So hopefully this helped. Good luck.